my god. Snappy. It's very snappy. Very snappy. I like. Oh my god, I just jumped it. Oh, this thing is awesome. Oh my god, that's so ridiculous. What's up guys? In this video I'm gonna explain to you 5 reasons why I believe you should buy a Duke 390. Reason number 1, it looks freaking good. You cannot tell me that this bike does not look good. Obviously it's all subjective, but one thing that is completely objective is that this thing is completely unique from many other motorcycles that you see out on the road. It's a naked bike, but it's got an exposed painted subframe, which not many people do. I know Ducati does it with the Hyper Motard. The FZ07 kind of does it to a certain extent, but not to the way that the Duke does it. The lines on this thing are just so aggressive, it's ridiculous. My girlfriend, or my wife I should say, is not a motorcycle person. She can barely ride a bicycle, but she said that if she was ever to buy a motorcycle, that it would be this one right here, just because she just loved how it looked. This is obviously the white variant. There's the orange variant as well, but you guys didn't need me to tell you that the bike looks good. So number 2 reason why you should buy a Duke 390 is because it's super fun. What can I say? I know you guys probably don't need me to tell you that it's super fun, but if you've never ridden one of these bikes, first thing that you need to know is that it's got a ton of torque, gobbles of torque. It's limited to like city riding, maybe a little bit of highway riding. You're not going to be doing triple digits on this thing, but it's got plenty of torque to get you zipping through in and out of traffic. It's got plenty of torque to do power wheelies, clutch ups, whatever. You can stunt with it just because it's so small and light and torquey. Which brings me to my 3rd reason of why you should buy a Duke 390. The 3rd reason why you should buy a Duke 390 is because they're relatively inexpensive and you get a bang for your buck. So if you're looking for your first motorcycle, you've probably heard of the Duke 390. Your options are pretty much going to be the R3, the Ninja 400, Duke 390, or the RC 390. You know, maybe like a Honda, Kawasaki 300s or 250s. However, brand new, or even like a 2020 model or a 2019 model like this one is, you could find these things for like $4,500 depending on where you live, and if you're really good, you can get them close to $4,000, which is far less than what you could get an R3 brand new 2020 R3 or whatever. But the idea is that you get premium parts. For example, rear brake, front brake works excellent, absolutely phenomenal compared to the likes of the R3 or any of the other beginner bikes. Even like the FZ07, that front brake is gonna blow all of those other front brakes on those other bikes out of the water. Tires are pretty premium right off the bat, so you don't really even necessarily need to replace them if you want to do track days, or if you just want more confidence and more grip. It's already got the tires equipped with it. Stock mirrors actually work really well, so you don't even need to upgrade those. They're not vibrating at all. These aren't the stock mirrors. These are actually some aftermarket mirrors from Amazon. However, you know, that's just more money that you need to dump into the bike to make it more functional if it were like an R3 or something like that. But stock mirrors work excellent just the way they are. Suspension is premium. I mean, even down to the little details, like the texturizing of the seat right here feels so premium. These the metal gas tank, something that you don't get with the R3, so you can put like tank bags or magnets on here. I forget what it's called, like tank protector or whatever. Feels premium. These decals, the gas tank feels premium. Everything just feels premium. Got LED turning signals right off the bat. You don't need to replace those. Yamaha with the R3, God bless them, but the turning signals they put on their bikes are absolutely atrocious. Horrible. You get clear LEDs right off of the bats. Clear LEDs up front right off the bat, so you don't need to upgrade them or anything like that. Even down to the levers. I mean, look at the attention to detail here. Right off the bat, you get breakaway levers. That's crazy. Insane. LED headlight. Just the whole thing feels solid. It feels premium. It feels well built. These bikes are made in India. There's a ton of them over there. There's a ton of people in India too, but there's a reason why these bikes are so popular, so highly sought after in countries like that, and even places here. Now, the fourth reason why I think you should buy a Duke 390 is simply because it's a naked bike. Naked bikes are way easier to work on. You know, you can add a whole bunch of different modifications without having to take fairings off, like if you were working on an R6 or something like that. For example, cages just bolt right onto here. You don't need to take anything off. They just bolt right on, and you just have cage protection. And KTM has the majority of the accessories that you might want to get for this bike right here. Do your own maintenance. It's super easy because everything is accessible. Oil changes are going to be freaking easy, just so quick to do. Even though these bikes are a little bit more demanding when it comes to maintenance and a little bit more needy, I think the fact that it's a naked bike definitely makes up for it. The chain, super easy to lube up and clean. Everything is just super accessible. It's probably super easy to take off these fairings too if you end up dumping it or something like that. If you're a beginner rider and you don't really know how to work on bikes, this is something that I would feel comfortable learning on if it was my first bike. And I think the majority of you guys would feel comfortable learning on how to wrench on something like this bike as well. The fifth reason why I believe that you should buy a Duke 390 is simply because I have yet to hear anybody who owns or have ridden one of these bikes complain that it's too slow or it's not fun enough. This thing is so versatile that there's very, very, very little things that it can't do. You could jump it. I mean, you could put some knobbies on there and, you know, maybe even take it off-road a little bit. You guys know they've got the 390 Duke Adventure bike now. It's super, super, super good on the track. I mean, we've all heard those stories of 13-year-olds passing 600s liter bikes on the outside just because they're so light and can corner so well. If you're really honing your skills on these, it's good for a beginner bike because it's light. It's not that tall. It's not that intimidating once you get used to it and you know how to ride a little bit. And it's a ton of fun. You're not going to grow out of this thing anytime soon. Most people think that they grow out of their bikes for some reason, which 9 times out of 10 isn't going to be the case unless you're taking like advanced courses at the track or whatever. The bike is always going to be more capable in most cases of what the rider is capable of. It very rarely is the rider going to reach the actual potential and limit of the motorcycle. It's good as a commuter. It's good on gas. You know, like I said, it slices through traffic. Got plenty of torque to get you out of sticky situations. A weekend toy, you know, to, like I said, take out on the track or maybe ride some twisties with or whatnot. And stunting, a lot of people use them for stunting as well. Wheelies, it's got supermoto mode, so you can drift it around if you're really good. And just the applications for this thing and the things that it's capable of, it's just so mind-blowing to finally know what people on YouTube are talking about when they ride this bike. And you've just got to ride one for yourself. If you have no idea what it's like, you've got to do it. And overall, I mean, there's an application that I'm sure every rider would enjoy using this for. Anywhere from beginner, intermediate, or expert riders. I guarantee you there's a beginner, intermediate, and expert riders out there somewhere who all have this bike. So those are 5 reasons why I believe you should buy a Duke 390. Why don't we give you guys a little startup right here. Ready to race? Oh yeah. Not too loud sound or anything like that. And this is what it sounds like. got a cool little thumper in there. Not the best sounding, I think the R3 sounds better, but with exhaust or just removing the baffle from that stock exhaust, I think you'll be happy, and you don't really need to spend a lot of money for it. I'm really happy that I was able to get this bike for the price that I got it for. If you guys are interested in buying this motorcycle and you live in Colorado, go ahead and leave me a comment down below, or comment on my Instagram, send me a PM there. My Instagram is official motochris. I'll link it down below. You guys can message me, ask me any questions that you've got about the Duke 390, and in the meantime, I'm gonna post this thing up for sale, and if you guys want to come see it, you're more than welcome to. Hopefully we'll be able to make some more videos with it. I've already got another video coming out of just me riding it, trying to practice some wheelies, whatnot. Just hooning, man, hooning. This bike is it's just so fun to live with. Anyway, thank you guys for being here again, and thank you guys for supporting the channel. If you haven't already, make sure you like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you're notified when I get a new motorcycle, when I upload a new video. It might be the motorcycle you've been thinking about buying for the longest time. Who knows, that might be the video to convince you to buy it. So make sure you do all those things for me. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here again, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.